I am prepared to ride. Hey everyone, I'm Tom. And this is Shifter, a channel all about urban cycling and bike commuting. And if you like this video, please subscribe so I can keep making more of them. And as you can see, it's cold today. To be precise, it is freaking cold, but that's okay because I am prepared to go for a bike ride because I am dressed like a winter cyclist. But what if I'm not going for a bike ride? What if I'm actually trying to get somewhere like the pub or the supermarket or to work? Is this really the best way to go? I mean, do I really want to spend all day at work dressed like this? Or do I really want to roll into the pub to meet some friends wearing this kind of clothing? I don't think so. To me, urban cycling is all about just getting around practically and easily in your city. So I want to dress not for the ride, I want to dress for the destination. So the question today is it possible to ride a bike on a really freaking cold day without looking like I'm trying to find the Northwest Passage? Okay, Google, how cold is it outside?
The current temperature in Calgary is minus 27 degrees. Minus 27 degrees Celsius is equivalent to minus 16.6 degrees Fahrenheit.
So yeah, no matter how you slice it, it's pretty cold out here. I mean, I've probably ridden in colder temperatures than this, but the point is not to have some kind of winter masochist pissing contest here. It's not a competition about who can ride when it's colder. The question is whether you can ride when it's this cold wearing normal clothes. And so we're gonna give it a try. Let's see what happens. I don't know. Normally in cold temperatures, you wanna go with a really good base layer, usually a merino wool base layer to keep you nice and toasty. But I find if you're going somewhere and you arrive and you've got long underwear on, like a really warm base layer, you're gonna just sweat the whole time you're there. So what I opted to do is to reduce the base layers down to the essentials. I've got a sweater and a shirt underneath and that's it. And then I've got a puffy mid layer and then a more waterproof outer layer. So it's important to keep your core warm because it also helps keep your extremities warm. If it's really cold internally, the body tends to hold your heat inside to keep your vital organs warm. So keep your core warm and I don't know, let's keep going. Let's see what happens. Okay, so far so good. It's actually a gorgeous sunny day out and I'm glad I came out. I do this every time is when it's this cold, when I'm at home, I freak myself out and get really worried about it. And then when I get outside, it's not that bad. It's really a gorgeous day out. So I want to talk about my legs. Normally on a day like this, of course, you would wear long underwear or a base layer beneath them. But like I said before, I just hate arriving at a place and having to like go into the washroom, peel off pants, peel off long underwear so that I'm not overheating at my destination. So instead, I don't have anything. I'm just wearing jeans right now. I actually find jeans pretty good in cold weather like this. I actually brought a pair of snow pants that I could pull over these if I get really cold, and that's much easier to take off when you arrive at your destination anyway. So right now, I'm actually feeling pretty good. I'm gonna keep going without putting any more pants on, but I do have an extra pair if I need them. So yeah, it really is a gorgeous day. There are ice crystals in the air, everything's sparkling. I just want to show you one other thing. I'm on the top of a dam here, and if you can see the river down there, totally steaming. It's these kind of moments of beauty that you miss in winter if you're scared to get out and enjoy it. You know, it's really cold and I was a little frightened to come out and do this, but once I get moving, I feel fine right now. Sometimes I think we overthink these things. I don't think you have to be a masochist to get out here and ride in winter. You just have to prepare a little bit. It's fine. Okay, feet. I just went with the warmest boots I have. I have 2 layers of socks under here because when I get to my destination, I'm gonna just take one pair of socks off. Sometimes I'll take an extra pair of shoes so I can leave my boots at the door and put some other shoes on so I'm not clomping around in these boots all day long. You can probably get better boots, and I know I often wear my Chelsea boots, my Blundstones, because they're great outside, but you can also wear them all day inside. On days like this, that's a bit tougher. You can get boots that are more fashionable than this. Imagine that. Which is probably a good way to go. But feet are a tough one. You have to give a little thought to your feet. Just if you are wearing 2 pairs of socks, you need a little extra space in your boots so that the air inside warms up. That's really what keeps your feet warm. If your foot is too crammed in there, you're gonna get really cold because you don't have that layer of warm air in there. I'm now stopping to take off this scarf because I'm sweating. Yes, It's minus 27 degrees Celsius and I'm sweating. And now I've stopped to put it back on because my face is cold. Okay, on my hands, I don't have anything special, just a warm pair of mittens. This bike is good because I can shift just by twisting. If you need to use your fingers to shift, check out my other video about bar mitts or pogies. That will be a good option for you. But really, it's just a pair of mittens. It's not fancy cycling gear. I had these anyway. Another important piece, I think, is keeping your neck warm. And so I've got a little buff that I can pull up onto my face if it gets cold. I also like these because you can just rip them off when you overheat. And actually, I have been overheating a bit. As soon as I start pedaling, I get a little warm. You can just peel one of these off and that sort of regulates your temperature a little bit. A scarf works just as well. I'm actually feeling pretty good so far. My toes are getting a tad cold, but I think that's mostly because I keep stopping to shoot video like this. My biggest concern so far is that my camera is gonna die in the cold. Oh, and I did break my selfie stick in the cold. The plastic just snapped off. So other than gear, I'm doing pretty well so far. Okay, I also wanted to talk about my head because on it I've got, as you can see, just a warm beanie, or as it's properly called to my American friends, a toque. And of course you need to keep your head warm. And this is doing a great job right now. If you want to wear a helmet, you can just get a thin toque, put your helmet over top of it, and that should keep you toasty warm. So, I mean, how do I look? I mean, probably not going to win any fashion awards, but I feel like I look much more like a normal person than the last shot earlier when I was all geared up for winter cycling. I am dressed like a winter cyclist. And I really feel like when I get to my destination, it's pretty easy to peel off and just look like I'm wearing a sweater and some jeans. No big deal. Okay, so I'm getting a little chilly standing here talking to you guys, so I'm going to keep riding. One thing I've learned over the years is to be wary of overdressing. It's really easy to wear too many layers, and as soon as you start pedaling, you start to sweat, which is dangerous because when you stop, you'll get really cold, and also your coworkers will think you stink. Another thing you can do for that is just to slow down. You're not going to set any speed records in winter anyway. Just take it easy, regulate your temperature that way. It'll be a much more pleasant ride. Okay, so I made it. How am I feeling? Pretty good, actually. My hands are a little bit cold, my feet are a little bit cold, but not too bad. And I think part of that is because I've been stopping so much to record video. So if you had to go straight to your destination, you'd probably be fine. I've been out here for more than an hour now with lots of stopping and starting. So if the question is, can you wear normal clothes while riding in ultra cold temperatures, I'd say the answer is, yeah, you probably can. It takes a little bit of accommodation, but you don't have to gear up like you're an Arctic explorer to get out there and ride for transportation. That being said, whatever it takes for you to ride in winter, you should get out there and do it. It doesn't really matter as long as you're riding. And I would also say one other thing is, if you can't ride every day, if you don't ride on days like this, don't kill yourself. Don't feel guilty. It doesn't matter. The more you ride, the better, but it's not a competition. Ride whenever you can. If on these ultra cold days you take the bus, that's okay too. We're all just doing the best we can out here. Anyway, hope that helps. I'm gonna go home and warm up. We're still in pandemic lockdown, so everywhere is closed. So if I really want to warm up, I need to get home. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.